Hello and welcome to episode 12 of Cold Case Christmas. So this marks the halfway point of this series. This series will continue daily up to and including the 24th of December. And then there is a special edition on the 26th of December. But in this episode, we're going to talk about a little 3-year-old boy who went missing in May 2020 from Truro in Nova Scotia, Canada. This is the vanishing of little Dylan Ehler. I'm not going to talk much about the backstory to Dylan's case, except to say that his parents, Jason Ehler and Ashley Brown, were having problems in their relationship in the weeks before Dylan went missing. There was heightened tensions in the household due to both parents losing their jobs due to the pandemic. It resulted in the police being involved and a no contact order between the pair being issued. So Dylan's grandparents were stepping in to basically ferry Dylan between Ashley and Jason. However, the 6th of May 2020, and Ashley wanted to go for a coffee with a friend. She dropped Dylan off at her mother's house, Dorothy Parsons, who lived at Elizabeth Street in Truro. All we know about the circumstances of Dylan going missing are from his grandmother, Dorothy. And she said that her and Dylan had gone into the backyard with Dorothy's dog. And these are Dorothy's words. "I went to tie the dog on her lead and I turned round and Dylan is just gone. Gone. I have no explanation." Now, in one interview, she said that it took her 18 seconds to literally turn around, put the dog on her lead, and turn back round, and Dylan was gone. Now, Dylan was a very active child. He was born running, according to one news article I read. He was 3 years old. He had very little understanding of danger. Unfortunately, there was two ways out of Dorothy's yard. He could either go the front way onto Elizabeth Street, which then took him onto the main road, which is Queen Road, or through a gap in the fence to the back of the property. And to the back of the property, there is a brook, Leper Brook. And apparently, Leper Brook was flowing higher than it usually did. And the sound of the running water might have attracted Dylan because he liked water, but being just 3 years old, he had no understanding of danger. The other way he could have gone is onto the main road. If he had, though, you would argue that someone would have seen him. However, of course, if he'd done that, there's the opportunity for abduction. This is what Dorothy thinks. She thinks he went out the front way and someone took him. Police were called. They believed that Dylan had most probably fallen in Leper Brook, with it being high, with it being surging. If a little boy had fallen in, he's not going to be able to get out. And that was the police's theory. They spent 6 days searching, including dive teams in the brook. Leper Brook quickly feeds into the Salmon River. And then if we just zoom out this map, it's only a few miles to the coast and the Bay of Fundy. And as the Salmon River progresses towards the ocean, it becomes tidal. A little boy falling in Leper Brook that's surging would quickly head into the Salmon River and then would be moved backwards and forwards with the tide. As I said, Dorothy believes that Dylan didn't go that way. He was abducted. But it has broken the family. Jason already had some issues with Dorothy because of her lapses in sobriety. But Ashley won't now speak to her mother. She blames her mother for what happened. But the parents also blame the police. They've been very vocal and very open. They've put complaints in. Earlier this year, in August, the Nova Scotia Police Review Board dismissed complaints against the Truro Police Service brought forward by the parents. Jason and Ashley had accused Truro Police of not adequately investigating Dylan's disappearance, claiming the police failed to realistically pursue and investigate the prospect of criminality. They also said the police force operated with tunnel vision, with the theory that Dylan had fallen in Leper Brook and now his body is somewhere in Salmon River or even in the ocean by now, and pursuing that theory that Dylan drowned at the expense of everything else. There is credence though to the police's theory, because both of Dylan's rain boots were found in Leper Brook, and one of them found very close to where Leper Brook becomes the Salmon River. So I can understand why the police believe that Dylan drowned. However, parents have argued that someone could have thrown those boots into Leper Brook from the bridge to make it look like Dylan had drowned, and I can't argue with that explanation. But anyway, the Nova Scotia Police Board said that it was satisfied that Truro Police had arrived at the scene quickly and had followed appropriate policies and procedures and didn't deny any resources to ground search. The teams that went out and looked for Dylan did so with the very best of intentions. But Dylan is still missing. Apart from his boots, nothing from Dylan has ever been recovered. Jason has a YouTube channel called D.E.D, Dylan Ehler's dad. There's some interesting stuff on there, and this is a cadaver dog searching the Salmon River, and this cadaver dog is very interested in whatever is in the sand there. Very interested. In the description box of this video, Jason says, missing child Dylan is 3 years old when he went missing. Nova Scotia Canine Search and Rescue searching for Dylan with a cadaver dog. There was a hit in the water. This is tidal water from Salmon River. They waited 24 hours to check why, when search and rescue were right there, and then lie about it at the hearing. I hope certain people feel good about protecting themselves over a child. Jason's dislike of the police is palpable. It's understandable that, you know, he's out there every weekend searching for Dylan, looking for answers. But from the police's perspective, they believe that they've done all they could. Now, this is the same cadaver dog. And whatever that is right there, that thing, whatever that is right there, could be what that dog is alerting to. If that's pouring sewage, even if it's treated into the river, it could be that dog is interested in. Before I end this video, I want to kind of square what the parents have said against the police and the search effort with what one of the search team said. So this is Tom Fitzpatrick, president of the team that led the search on the ground. And he said nature was working against Dylan from square one. The banks of the brook were so swollen and the currents knocked full-grown men off their feet. Fitzpatrick's crew had spent almost 6,000 hours searching for Dylan, speaking to people fishing and beachcombers and tidal experts to better understand what they were up against. They searched racetracks, gravel pits, cheese factories, anywhere else there's been a tip, a possible sighting. Fitzpatrick is watchful, peering out of his car window for scavenging birds or misshapen lumps of clay when he crosses the river each day. 4 members of his crew have left the team unable to cope with the unanswered questions still swirling around the case. Did I miss him? Did I miss something? That's a heavy load to carry home. It's just a horrible, horrible situation. Dylan, a little boy so full of life. Whatever direction he went in that day, something horrible befell Dylan. In my heart of hearts, I think he drowned, but I feel wretched for his parents and the fact that it's split a family apart. It's just horrible, and I do hope that Dylan's body can be recovered at some point and at least they have some closure, because at this moment in time, like every single person with a missing loved one, they're just living in limbo, and that's horrible. That's awful. Okay guys, let me know what you think about Dylan's case. Do you think he drowned, or do you think foul play was involved? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode of Cold Case Christmas. Bye guys.
Good boy.